Endless devouring. So the downside is actually going to be something I'm going to have to be very mindful of. A very, very big deal having the downgrading. It's very easy to just soft lock yourself in some fights. Sometimes you can get damage back, you know, depending on if you can reach pegs that you otherwise couldn't reach. But realistically, you're going to want, especially in Area 1, access to like bombs and stuff. In particular, having access to like Refiller Buster is really nice. I'm very, very happy to see that starting Refiller Buster. But in case it wasn't clear, we're doing our starting round of Cruci 20 with the boss passive and trying to beat it. Endless Devouring is double damage. Double damage is really good. Really, really good. But it does come with a pretty significant downside, which we will see how it goes. Upgrades and good orbs are going to be mandatory. A rub orb? Oh wow, what is this map? I guess we will see how much money we have for the store. In theory, going to the store and picking up like one passive, or maybe one passive, one orb, would be pretty good. Alternative... Okay. Rightio. That is not a good omen. I don't expect to get the win first try. When I saw the Refiller Buster, I was much more hopeful. Now that I've gone 2 dupe events back to back, I think this run might just be doomed. That's just 2 wasted question marks. I lost 8 health in one of them. More than 8 health as well. That's the annoying thing about the dupe event. It was more than 8 health because having to shoot a pebble is just really detrimental for you. Not what you're looking for. If it was what I was looking for, I'd add more pebbles to my deck, but I'm afraid that is, as I mentioned, it's just not what you're looking for. 58 gold though. It's pretty decent, but like, the store is just so much worse than it should be. Very unfortunate. Because realistically, good damage there. I probably do still just go to the store. If I get a fight there though, that pushes me up to 80 gold, which means I can buy an oh my. Laser Orb. I like Laser Orb a lot. Complex Claw, Adventurine, Bad Cheese, Salt Shaker, Complex Claw. Hey, you know what? I think this might be a really good Laser Orb spot. Is this a bit too crazy? Okay, the damage on it is very poor once it's without being upgraded. Oh, I guess it is probably a bit too crazy. I think I'll just take the healing and move along. If I'm getting soft locked, I need to, well, need to either just win, which is the ideal way, you know, that's what Refiller Bus is trying to achieve. Or not lose too much health whilst doing so. That's what the cookie can try and achieve. Bye-bye, 1 down. Many, many more to go. Extra enemy on this fight after all. Would usually burn a lot of extra health, but so sad that I can't retarget onto the enemy I want there, eh? But we did get a pretty good second shot, so it doesn't look like it's going to be all too painful. I'm going to make very good use of my gold from this point on, because I need upgrades and I need good orbs. Ooh, Hazard. Or more effectively, downgrades. Yeah, okay, so I think this should just be good here. The damage on it is decent, fine. But more importantly, the poison is just an extra source of damage, which is probably something that we're really looking for. Is that a misnavigation? Is that a... Wow, okay, well apparently it's baseline, just not a misnavigation. It could, however, be a very, very bad fight for us, which is what I expect. Okay, wow, that was just really good for us. I popped that poison. I did not want to pop the poison. I still just had enough. Awesome. Okay, downgrading poison is a very good plan. Two's Company is potentially also something I should have picked up, but I'm just not the biggest Two's Company believer. I really did not want to pick it up. If I had multi-ball for it, then sure. But without multi-ball, it just feels way riskier than I should actually try and pick up and play for. Crit? No. 4-6. Means that just aiming for these pegs is just better. And then the Chemiball Hazard can aim for the unupgraded, sorry, the downgraded pegs. That way I get the increased poison damage, which might not matter all that much, but nice to get at least some value from them. Let's finish off the fight. 46 is not too bad. Alleviation. Kind of slam upgrades through that. Prime Slime, Collector, both are really good. I think it is Prime Slime there. Both are definitely really nice. Lucky Penny is just solid. I do appreciate having that. Whether or not it will be useful, we will see. Alright, I have lost 9 plus 8, 17 HP to bad events. And even more because it added a pebble to my deck, which is really unfortunate. So really does not feel like this is going to be the winning run, does it? This is a pretty good shot, first shot though. A very nice one. Very, very pleasant indeed. My targeting needs to change though. Yeah, okay, well. Oh, that's nice. Refreshing. Yep, my targeting is going to cause me to lose much more health here than I should have, but whatever. Just focus on AoE damage there. Like that, honestly. Like, that was just really premium AoE damage. Okay. More health than I should have. That being said, a very, very clean fight, honestly. Really, really pleasant. Very nice to see, that's for sure. Icicle has a lot of damage. 1220. It looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I think it's worth it. Ring of Pain. Sorry, I forgot to heal there. I was actually planning on healing, but I did just forget at the last second, which doesn't leave me in the best spot, does it? Did get a heal there though, so that's nice. Ring of Pain is very nice to see though. I will appreciate that. I'm not sure how much is going to matter though. Depends how much... Okay, wow. Yeah, no, I think if I got a good deck setup, I actually stand a chance here, but without a good deck setup, I would be very impressed if I make it out of here alive. Very, very impressed indeed. I just simply, straight up, do not think that's possible. Still, we will try. A bomb would be stellar, absolutely amazing. Precisely what I required, honestly. Not even needed, it was just so necessary. I would love for you to make progress toward a vine here. I don't know how you do that, honestly. It's not easy. It should be good. No. Well, well, well. Again, I just need to try and make progress towards the vine. Doesn't leave me in the best spot, does it? Your pain putting in work. Love that. Refresh grabs the kill. I was going to say the vine also would grab the kill, but we didn't get caught. Hey, we're still alive. Oh, that's a lot of poison damage. Huh. Prime Slime has been doing a good job of healing us up as well. Just a tiny amount. Okay, poison. Poison, eh? Okay, that's very impressive. I made a good choice in adding it to my deck, apparently. Tender Cactus. Wow. Glorious Suffering. Upgrade Pegs. And Electric Peg. Now, this is very interesting. I wanted to see one of these options. The other option is very reasonable. If I had any source of multi-proc, finding which is potionable, a lot of stuff. It is just Tender Cactus here though. Just build up more towards the pink. Oh, that is very cool. I don't have PS yet as well, so Tender Cactus is just pretty premium. Multipliers upon multipliers as well is just really good. This is very interesting. I was not expecting this. Okay, sure. So let's try not to throw, shall we? Definitely very doable. Just a question. I really want to find an orb. You know, there are just a lot of very impactful orbs for me right now, and I would love to be finding them. Education might actually be one of them, you know. Not bad. I guess I was just told though. None of those are impactful enough to just buy. Not with this store so soon. I mean, this should just be so much damage. The question is, how much damage is so much damage? How much do I actually need to get the kill? Awesome. Great start. I just want to poison that big peg I missed. Yeah. The downgrading on this map is unfortunate as well. Need to not aim for that big peg. It was passable. Passable. Please just get the awesome. As long as I got that one kill, I was not really fine, but in a better spot than I would have otherwise been, that's for sure. You can do this, right? Yes. I like Unicorn Horn because... Oh, that did not actually hit it, apparently. Poison. Definitely gonna have to press the heal button here. I can withhold once. Only once, though. I lose that chunk of health again. Definitely got to regen some of it. Yeah, so this might be the point where I just... You know what? I'll just heal. I'll just heal. Okay, yep, very dangerous fight, very scary. But I do have Ring of Pain. So I care a lot less than normal. A lot less than normal. Awesome. I do, in theory, want to regen health, not lose at this fight. 1, 2. I have to shoot 2 orbs no matter what. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so close. Ring of Pain there. Probably better I leave that active. I think I'll be able to. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. If you wanted to do that, go ahead. Now this is the big question mark shot. It's pretty good. Even better. Even better for sure. Do you think I need to get the crit ASAP? So the slightly increased damage is not actually slightly increased damage. Okay. Go. Awesome. We actually took on the toughest elite fight there, and I think we didn't lose health. I don't think we gained it either though. I think we lost an equivalent amount. Slimy Salve is the best healing relic. For a downgrading run, I care about it a lot less than normal, but it's still just insane. So good. I'm very happy to see it, and I'll shoot now. Ooh, this is just very spooky, isn't it? Very spooky indeed. I'm not the happiest with this fight, purely because I should have discarded there, silly. Purely because I will kill the painting. Or maybe not. Okay, perfect. Well, the auto-targeting would mess things up a bit there. So technically if I get one painting kill first, yeah, that's why. Even if I get one painting kill, the rest are just going to come so naturally. I'll try this, just because of the lock-on again. I just really don't want to get another painting dead here. Backs up the Spinfection a bit too much for my tastes. Yep. Unfortunate. Ring of Pain Spinfection, eh? Echo, unfortunately, not this run. 48 health. My health is going up. That Slimy Salve has worked wonders. Absolute wonders. I'll try and get a heal. I'm more interested in getting a bit of gold. This is not the easiest map to navigate from. Oh, sorry. I had Spinfection. I definitely should not have tried to get any kind of gold or heals. What about that part? Alright, I really need more good orbs in my deck because my deck is making it very clear who the boss is. Here are all the pebbles. You know the pebble that you duped? I'm sure that you wanted to dupe it, so here you go. I will allow you to shoot it. That's so generous, thank you very much. Our good orbs have a ton of damage associated with them. Just don't get to shoot them anywhere near as much as I'd like. Chemiball Hazard, again, I think is worth it. It's simply just worth it. Some maneuver Betsy's Hedge. Betsy's Hedge is a very, very good passive here. We have, wow, no, it's insane. Hold on. Interesting. Very cool. So, I just need to remove. I've got so many bad orbs in my deck. So many. I have Total Refresher? Orb? Poltergeist, maybe? Oh wait, no, sorry, I don't need AoE. I remember now. 15 gold for a rubble, that's cheaper than normal, right? I think... Is it the Refresher or not? Might be max health, actually. This sling's technically also not bad. It is definitely just left. Just I'm not going to bother going to another store. It's definitely going to have Turtle. Imagine I could have wanted to go to Wrath, by the way. I think it is just Refresh Shield over in here. I want to go to another store. Or maybe I do for the remove. I don't know. The chests are just more fun, so I'll just do the chests. Refresh Shield. It does just seem pretty good here. I have stuff to go along with it. And then 10 less gold for a rubble? Seems fine. Was this? Yeah, 42.22. That's what I mean. Betsy's Hedge is insane here. Like, actually just so good. Be happy to see it. Because we get to... It's the same price, right? 15 plus 25 is... Damn. Oh well, I tried. Oh, it might also be worth it, hold on. Inventory Originality is just plus a tiny bit of normal... You know what? It's probably worth it. I just need more good orbs in my deck. I've got so many bad ones right now. Pocket Watch? Oh, Boomyverse, I have... Oh, I turned down Planet Collector. And I turned down Bubble. Well, I guess it is just, yeah, Pocket Watch, sure. It's a very, very nice Elite buy, wasn't it? That's why I just want more Rubbles in my deck, because Rubbles will just pull off shots like that. Betsy's Hedge was an insane find. If I get a special button, I actually really want it. This is very... This is not what I expected the run to look like. It makes sense, you know, like, Betsy's Hedge is really good here. It's definitely really solid. I just... a tad shocked, eh? Just a tad shocked. I really wish that it would stop winning the crit right where I'm trying to aim. Just doesn't matter though. Boost out. Get that maxed out. Want to be shooting impactful orbs after all. Probably is definitely an... Hello. Probably is definitely an impactful orb. Pretty sure that's just good. Oh my. If I get a Wonder Scotland Wrath, I can actually take a Wonder Scotland Wrath, which is ridiculous. Also, what is my healing this one? Absolutely bonkers, eh? Alright, let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Oh no, I hit a crit. Never mind. Sorry, my damage disappears now. Off the face of the earth. Let's get rid of you. Fine. Damage is just rather impressive, isn't it? Oh, I can't get enough gold for an upgrade. Level 1 to level 2 rubble is a decently big deal, actually. I guess that does matter. Doesn't really matter, but it is unfortunate. I have so much healing that I'm just like, can't I just lose health before the final area 2 boss? Like, is that not just fine here? Molten for a bit of extra gold. I definitely would have preferred it before, but it's good. It's good, so I'll take it. Solid stuff. Chemiball Hazard. I'll just go to the left. Out of the way from any crits, just get some solid damage. What do I think about the minions? Ring of Pain is what I think about them? Yeah, sure, Ring of Pain is what I think about them. Oh, that's what I think about the minions. The minions are a non-factor, apparently. Jack-o'-lantern seems decent this run. It seems like fun. So increasing my damage is of the highest priority, but it's not that high of a priority. My Orbitus cards are unfortunately way more important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, that's like 7 too many bad orbs in my deck, and unfortunately I can only get rid of 6 of them. Focus Blast, big no. Skip, don't think so. Seal Conviction, I really don't think I can remove that discard. If I had Ambidextrary, maybe it's a conversation, but I still don't think I'd take it. It is plus 7 or 8, or 9. Let's just say plus 8 normal damage, which is pretty good. Definitely not bad, not bad. Heavy Hand, very, very cool. Okay, Filibuster. Kind of get the feeling that we just take the least rest here, though, right? Yep. We do lack refreshing capabilities. Not that least rest really increases refreshing capabilities per se, but it does it by enough to where I'm happy to just take it. That's not indirectly at a crit. That is not what this kind of run is. In a perfect world, you can also kill this fella right there, but I'm afraid that if you hit a crit, the chances of that happening sink drastically. Alright, awesome. And where's the crits? 1, 2, and where's the third? 3. Okay, well, blame over here. Let's just miss that one crit and then we'll be golden. I unfortunately did not miss that one crit, but is that going to stop me from getting an absolute ton of damage? Nope. Awesome. Yeah, I don't regret adding the Jack-o'-lantern to my deck. The nice thing about this Jack-o'-lantern as well is it does not need an alien's rock, right? I just gain no benefits from an alien's rock. Because I already have Cactus. I'm going to be honest, when I was considering an Endless Devouring run, yeah, the first thing I was considering was Cactus. Cactus Endless Devouring is very, very good. Anytime you can stack multiplies, as I've said a few times here, it's very beneficial for you. You can absolutely melt through enemies, and the thing about specifically multiplies plus Cactus, which is what makes it so completely broken, is you don't need AoE. It kind of represents your AoE, and you're just completely fine with that. So I'm going to do double store to try and find ambidextrary specifically. If I don't find ambidextrary, I'll do double remove. Nice and simple. I will also hard focus question marks purely because, in case you didn't get the memo, I actually really want removes here. Really badly. There are still orbs that I would happily add to my deck, that's for sure. And I think I'm perfectly fine to trade health for it. I have some of the best health regen I've had for a while. Which is saying something because I've had very good health regen recently. But specifically for Cruise 20, this is definitely very impressive. Alright, we'll shoot now. That way we shouldn't hit a crit, and if we're not hitting a crit, then we can get at least 2 kills. Which is a really big deal, because getting that kill on that totem immediately is just very nice. Something I really, really needed. Then I can just mow through the rest of them. Yeah, my healing is just so good. So good. Is that the final shot? No. It was nice to see the Chemiball Hazard doing a lot of stuff at the start of the run. As expected with Chemiball Hazard, it's definitely yeah, dropped off a cliff since then. Mostly because other orbs have definitely become a whole lot more helpful for this run. But it's still nice to have, you know. Also, that was a random elite, wasn't it? Awesome. Very nice to see. Pumpkin Pie. Hello, hello, hello. Pumpkin Pie is just a very, very solid passive, pretty much always. And this is a good Pumpkin Pie run. Now, that's the thing about Pumpkin Pie. Every run is going to be a decent Pumpkin Pie run. It's just a question of whether it's a decent or a good Pumpkin Pie run. Hello. Targeting is a thing. I would like to go this way, so let's aim. Thank you very much. Right, again, remove ambidextrony. No, remove, no ambidextrony. Leaks the rest for later. Sorry, refresher course. I have leaks the rest for later, so this refresher course, yeah, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? These removals are getting a tad expensive for my tastes. One of the problems with going to a ton of question marks, unfortunately, it does not leave you with much gold to work with. Apple a day. Honestly, I did turn down the Basalt Totem because I didn't think I could get the gold to spend for it, but the max HP attached to that Basalt Totem was seriously tempting. It makes a pretty huge deal with how strong my healing is this run. Every time you can boost your HP with insane healing, it makes it that much more difficult for enemies to actually kill you. Which is perfect. Exactly what I want. Anytime I can get a roll without a crit, I should just be taking that. Which with 3 crits on the board, understandably, is not something I can actually pull off every single shot, but I can definitely pull it off most shots. Orbsium. Unfortunately, not the great Rubble. Hello. Coin Dragon. Last time I checked, Rubbles against Coin Dragon was pretty good. Here's the thing. Oh wait, I have Anvil and I didn't get any value from it then because it was already a level 3. Here's the thing. It's basically the same as a removal. I'm not going to play in hard mode here. This is actually a very difficult run. I've got great healing. Having my max HP is a very bad idea. And I'm not confident enough to play in hard mode. I think we are very strong, but all it takes is like one fight like this where we just get our health drained because we have to target the taunt totems. We're just getting poor shots. Maybe they're hitting crits immediately. And we just let these guys detonate on us. You know, that's actually really easy to happen when there's an extra enemy in this fight. And honestly, I wouldn't have been too shocked if it had happened there. Luckily, we are strong enough to where it didn't happen, right? But it's actually definitely something very serious to worry about there. Speaking of something very serious to worry about, I did just spend 45 gold on a rubble, and that kind of means that I don't have any gold. There is no ambidextrony at least, so I didn't really miss out on anything because 40 more gold is actually a lot. Collusion pushes it to 90. I really wish I'd stopped seeing collusion in the final store. Like, very sad. It was so good beforehand. That would have been the last pebble removed from our deck before we activate Spinmetal Originality on the final pebble. Which would have been nice, but we got that dupe immediately, which is very rough, but it does go to show that as long as you find good stuff for your setup, which of course, you know, like Reveal Luster Cookie, oh my god, that was some good stuff here, eh? As long as you find good stuff for your setup, even if you get an immediate dupe, you can still win. On Cruise 20, honestly, I'll be shocked if you do it in like just a normal run, not a custom. This of course was a custom. Some boss passives, it really is a question on whether or not it's actually buffing a run, or the detriment is just so severe that, you know, you have such a tough time. We didn't really have to worry about this run, purely because Filibuster is just a really good starting relic. I basically just covered the weakness. Okay. This is a really, really horrendous Coin Dragon map. I think this is the worst I've ever seen. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. It's nice to get Pumpkin Pie there though, that's fun. I do get to do this shot though, which is also pretty fun. 1200 health. I don't hit that crit. 1200 health, eh? 1200 health. This is a very bad Coin Dragon map, but if I actually get to stick on this right hand side, it's actually pretty sick. Unfortunately, you know, like, sticking on the right hand side is not guaranteed, especially when you're shooting a rubble, but that's not going to stop me from still being able to pull off like 1000 damage shots, like 2000 or something. with my terrible apparently. There we go. I just prefer to get a simple map, Coin Dragon map like this and just shoot my rubble once because he's basically guaranteed to die there. Like sure I did get a solid, also like 6k plus, a lot of damage with my rubble on the right hand side because there are just so many pegs stacked up on the right hand side. It's not all bad, it's just like if we didn't have Luther Espalator there, we would have been in a very rough spot. The refresh is going to hide itself. Luckily, like Luther Espalator, I did say it doesn't really improve your refreshing all that much. It improves it by an absolute ton. It's just usually if you've got Lethal Escalator, it's not actually the best refreshing you can do, but it's like one of the best things, but easily, honestly. The second Chemiball Hazard was a mistake. The first Chemiball Hazard was so insane in Area 1 that I was just like, oh yeah, let's just pick up more of it. Like, being able to start off this run with Glorious Suffering and Chemiball Hazard, that basically just alleviated the concerns that I had with this run. Because I was just worried about the early game with the downgrading pegs. I would just get self-locked in a fight, lose like 40 health where I shouldn't have, because Crucial 19 added in like an extra 200 health or something, and that just sucks a lot. But I didn't have to deal with that, and then by the time I got to Area 2, I had 10 to Cactus. And as we saw with the 200 600 elite fight that I got randomly, oh yeah, I ratted him out, yeah. When I ratted him out, I didn't lose health there. And anytime you're in Area 2 and you're not losing health to that fight, you're just ecstatic, honestly. It's so, so good whenever you're just not losing health to elite fights. And there are a lot of passives and a lot of ways and a lot of orbs and a lot of decks that you can use to set that up. Like, every single elite has a weakness, a combo weakness, I should say. For some, it's just one passive, like Shield Mage is really bad into Bullbeam Hammer, like really bad. Um, but a lot of them have weakness to various things. I remember there's one which is like really weak to a bag of orange pegs, for example. You have like Pegtar just dies to Saber Sack plus Bombaton kind of thing. Like there are so many cool. Actually, Bombaton might not be the one I was thinking of. I'm not sure if the bombs actually start there. But Pegtar's like weak to like Lethal Escalator, for example, which is a big part of the reason why I just wanted to pick it up because I had Refillabust, I had Cookie, and I needed the extra refreshers, and it's like good into Pegtar, it's good into just a lot of Area 3 fights. It's just gonna be a really, really solid passive for your run. And yeah, that Ring of Indignation as well was really handy. I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm not sure if it was crucial, but it was so nice. It's so nice just having Ring of Pain. Just get so much damage dealt with it, and that's just pretty sick. You know what was actually like the most insane thing ever this run though? Betsy's Hedge. I had 3 crits on the board. I got that lucky penny early, and I was very happy to see the lucky penny because with Spin of Infernality, that's +4 damage per shot, basically. Per hit, sorry, per shot, which is a massive deal for the early game, an absolutely insane deal. Then Betsy's Hedge just comes along and doubles it. It's just like, oh, you were trying to aim towards the crit to get your +4 damage? How about I give you +12 damage, and you don't aim towards the crit? And like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that just fine. Like, I one-shot the shield mage just because I aimed away from the crit, and then boom, he just died. I do love how we just kind of shot a few rubbles though. Chemiball Hazard for the early game, rubble for the mid game, rubble for the late game. Jacob Land was also insane in the late game, honestly. It was also very good. Like, it was so good in that one Area 3 map that I managed to shoot it in. Unfortunately, I only managed to shoot it in one Area 3 map, but it was really good for the one that I shot it in. And yeah, as I mentioned, starting off the run with 2 dupes is very rough. Very, very rough indeed. You can definitely come back from it. It's possible. It's just like Refilibuster is really good AoE damage. Any healing relic is good. Any healing relic is good. Any damage which fed into the damage machine that I was trying to do is really good for melting through big health pools. And Betsy is a 1600 health pool. The tree trunks are over 1k. They're like a 1100 health pool, I believe. They're both like 525 or something. Maybe I'm misremembering things. Ring of Pain is very, it's a very good guarantor. You can just you can take a Ring of Pain and you're sitting on like 40 health and you're just like, good, I win this fight. Maybe it's not a clean fight, maybe you're losing a lot of health to it, but you can't lose. Like, we just had a lot of good hits, which synergized really well with the Endless Devouring baseline, just because things just kind of worked out for that. You know, like sure, like Prime Slime, maybe that you wouldn't think of that as working too well with Endless Devouring, but the fact that we had the Refilibuster to work with the Endless Devouring meant that we were just getting extra damage off of the Prime Slime, and our AoE damage was still just fine, which is just so amazing. But yeah, the Chemiball Hazard was actually very impressive in the early game. Happy I picked it up this run, and honestly, downgrading Chemiball Hazard is something I should consider more. I usually just consider this passive for the double damage, but the downgrading that comes attached with is potentially also a build maker. That's definitely something I probably should experiment more with in the future.